How would you like to install n8n locally on your own machine and stop paying monthly fees? Well, stick around until the end of this video and I'll show you exactly how you can install n8n using a free application called Docker. You don't need to be a developer. There's no coding involved. It's super easy and you'll have this completed in less than 10 minutes. For the first step, you want to head over to docker.com and install this onto your machine. Now I'm using a Mac, but they do have Windows PC support. And if you're not familiar with what Docker is, there's a nice quick explainer here that says Docker helps developers build, share, run, and verify applications. So fundamentally, it's just a container, like a sandbox on your machine. You can run, launch, test, break, whatever you want, right? But the most important thing for us is that n8n is open source, which means that it's free to install on Docker. Once you have Docker installed, you're going to see a window like this. On the left-hand side, head over to the Docker Hub and do a search for n8n. And so you see a bunch of images here. The one that we want is the n8n io-n8n because this is from n8n's official servers. If you're not sure, just look for the 100 million plus downloads. So click on this. And then what we want to do is we want to pull the image from their servers into our Docker. So click on pull here. And this will take about 30 seconds to a minute. So wait for that to complete. And once it's done, head over to images on the left-hand side. Once the image installation is complete, you'll see it here. And the next step is to run the image so that we can launch the container. So click on this run button here. I'll bring up a new container pop-up. Before we run it, there's a few settings that we need to configure. So click on this drop down here. The first thing is we want to give it a name. So n8n-local is what I'm going to call it. You can call it whatever you want. For the host port, I'm just going to stick with the default, which is 5678. And for the volumes, I suggest creating a folder on your desktop called n8n-data or something along those lines. And this is where all your system files and your workflows are going to be saved. Because remember, this is a local installation. There is no cloud storage. So I'm going to find the folder I've created, which is this one here. And you can see there's no items in there. So let's open that. And then for the container path, you want to select home or /home/node/.n8n. And this just means that it's going to synchronize with n8n's cloud or system files, right? There's not going to be any mismatch. And for the environment variables, you can just leave this blank. Go ahead and click on run. If it's worked, you'll see a bunch of text like matrix. And yeah, it's going to install everything onto your local Docker installation and launch the container. It's worked because you'll see a local host 5678 link here. So just click on this and this will take us to the installation. So if you haven't used it before, just set it up with your email, first name, last name, password. I already have, so I'm just going to use this because I already set it up. And if you want to customize n8n, you can just follow and answer these questions. I'm just going to click on get started. And this is the get the paid free features for free forever. So make sure you get your free license key. They will email out to you. And I'm just going to skip this. And this is it. This is exactly the same as the cloud version of n8n, which is what I use because I pay for it, because I'm using it for my agency. But if you wanted to test this locally on your machine, or if you are worried about privacy issues, or if you have, some policy that you have to follow where the data has to be secured on your own machines, you can do this. Now, the only caveat and the only kind of negative for this setup is that if you are going to run it locally, the machine that's locally hosting this has to be on all the time, right? So it's probably not going to work on your desktop. You're probably going to need some kind of server or another machine running in the background that's constantly running, and something that you don't really care about, right? Because it's not going to work otherwise. And if you enjoyed this video, consider signing up to my AI community, which is the Automation Kings. We've got a growing group of professionals here. Some work for agencies, some own agencies, and some are just starting out with their AI side hustles. So we've got a nice discussion going on in here. And we've also got classrooms. So I've actually created classrooms to help you. If you want to launch an AI agency, I've got an entire course on that. I've also got AI automations and blueprints. So if you go inside of here, I've got all the automations that I talk about on this channel, plus some private ones that are only reserved for my private community. And this is exclusive for them. Not only does it have the tutorial on how to build it, you've got all the relevant installation files and supporting documentation, and it's also got the blueprints. So if you just wanted to go ahead, save time, save money, you can just go ahead and import the JSON blueprint into n8n, and that will take care of everything. So the link for the community is in the description below. Thanks if you made it this far. Do me a solid, give me a thumbs up. If you enjoyed the video, sign up to the channel and become a subscriber if you haven't done so already. Turn your notifications on, and I'll see you when the next video drops.